Oh, as good as I'll ever be on a blizzardy, winter's Wednesday. We're looking for about 35, inches of snow, so Mhm, so you're basically, new genning it at this point. Mhm. Oh, wow. Mhm. Oh, no. I was just thinking it's like Terry Funk, "Get out there and job to the New Age Outlaws." Mhm. Oh my So a little bit of gatoing it on the undercard. Let's Mhm. Oh my god. Mhm. Mhm. It's giving me very, like, The Rock, early The Rock vibes. Oh my god. Never wrestles. Oh, no. There's still like a dozen girls? Mhm. 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 That's exactly what I do too. You want mid-sized factions. It just helps you kind of organize everyone in your brain. Mhm. Okay, I'm just gonna sorry, I'm gonna pop off for just a moment here. Surprised you didn't put all the redheads together. Holy crap, there's a lot of options. Yeah. Mhm. It's kinda like how some people are better versus, like, a tough crowd. Because like, John Cena's promos can get a little boring, but if he's against a crowd that hates him, it causes him to get a bit better. Mhm. Oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Alright, I'll cross mine, so we have. Mhm. 346 people, bro, what is this, a sellout? Mhm. It's got an initial I love that. It's got an initial rating of adequate. I just hear the fans going, "Adequate, adequate." Mhm. Mhm. It happened, and then we moved on. I think you have a setting off. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, my mic was muted on OBS. Isn't that fantastic? Nobody could hear me at all. Back to the game. Let's... Which Taylor was looking out for me, yeah. Yeah, what have we got? We got a 0.01 TV rating with 8,000 viewers. It's not too bad. Um, let's have a look here what we're doing. Thanks, dog man. I might win this one for you. Where were we? Looking at the with the show page here. So let's think about where we're going. So we need to get to the next show. We need to have, we'll run those title matches. We'll just keep running random matches on the undercard till we find some new talent. But what we need to do, because it's a new month, is go to the news and we need to look for new workers entering the business and look for any, I haven't had a look for a couple of months, any new Joshi wrestlers appearing that we might want to sign. Here's one. Only debuted in March. Oh, technical skills, aerial skills. Already has some
Everything's
psychology
in red but
down.
technical.
Yeah, but no, technical 61. That's good. And
Experience 0.
yeah. Well,
Respect.
she's absolute young lion. So let's have a look
Mhm.
at. Doesn't really matter so much here because our company doesn't even look at hardcore skills. They're not important. She's actually got a
Mhm.
good base of performance skills here that we can make her something of this girl. So we're going to grab her before anybody else tries to sign her. $20 a show. Hot dog and a handshake.
Sex sex appeal and a menace. Where do I make an offer for myself?
Where was that? Where was the menace? I didn't see that.
Under all the skills.
Oh, right. Ah, that's okay.
Oof.
She's an egomaniac. That's good. That'll go down
Ooh.
well in the locker room. Um,
Legs, 100. I wonder what else that describes.
yeah, I'm gonna say this one's a pass. Uh, Although she has some good star quality and other things here, if you're starting with wrestling skills that are this low, in my experience, they just never get where they need to be. And unless you could somehow use her as a jobber or something, selling's not
And
really
with
good
this
enough to be a jobber.
with a
So
psychology of 9, I feel like that's really rough.
yeah, I think we're gonna pass on her. Looking for.
Jingita.
Where are we here? Does it all look like
No, for Black
Shinto?
Chingita, you need
Oh,
someone
Shinto.
that's horribly unsafe as well.
Yeah, anyway, that's probably all that's out there. We could also do a search in. No, I don't want to exit. I always hit that button by mistake. Where's the world of. Oh, here, yep. We can do a search for unemployed girls in with one less than 1 year of experience. Wrestlers who can work in Japan to hire female. These are all the ones who aren't signed, so the shame of the Hatayama Dojo. Asakurata. Brawling, pro skills, no hardcore technical, no fashion psychology. Hmm.
Mm. Taylor
Tough,
knows all the
tough
right
to
check
think.
boxes.
Yeah.
Is she currently alive? Yes. Well, sign me up.
Oh,
Just
she
no-
tried to blame her classmate Aki Cameo for all her troubles. Well, Aki Cameo actually works for us, so I get the feeling hiring her is going to be a bad idea. Um,
Oh, yeah.
Chie Kawabata's an ex-MMA. Nah, it's not going to work for us.
We could do like a Mean Girls storyline.
She's just the one mean girl because no one wants to be her friend. Um, she's a hardcore wrestler, so there's no point hiring her. It's like a stolen gimmick from real life. Yeah, but she's a hardcore wrestler, so we don't. Although she can brawl though. She's got some technical psychology.
not the not the worst numbers.
We could probably do something with her.
Decent reputation, charisma at the yin yang.
Oh, $60 a show. She wants to work somewhere else. She thinks she's worth it. We'll give her a go.
I'll
If we
give you
don't use her,
$50.
if we don't use her, we don't have to pay her. So we can always leave her off of shows
Oh,
if she's
perfect.
no good. 'Cause, yeah, that's probably all that's out
I'll,
there
gi-
worth hiring at the moment.
I'll give you free $50 and free refills at the catering. Sold.
Now, so basically, there's not much for us to do until our next show, really. Just want to check the finances for last month. We only lost $7,000 running 2 shows a month. So we're at the point where I think if we run one show, we make a profit. If we run two, we lose money. But the amount we're losing is getting smaller every month. But
Hmm.
in order to become more popular, it's like, do we just run more shows and then like hope that we gain popularity faster and get into the black quicker? I mean, we got $500,000 to play with.
So it's like just keep working on everybody as they come, and hopefully that'll.
Yeah, everyone will just become more popular and will improve over time if we keep putting on shows. So at the
Because
moment,
your other option is to hire stars from 15 years ago,
or just hire
like.
stars from the other wrestling company, and yeah,
Well, I was thinking you might as well go full WCW and just start getting like
yeah,
Piper,
yeah,
Nasty Boys.
yeah. Um, well, yeah, I could go out and get those girls and bring them in because they will work for us on a handshake deal, but I'd have to pick the dates for my shows when they're not working elsewhere, and
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
they
and that's
will
hard.
not want to. They will not do jobs or anything. So we're size 28 in our home region. So every show we do that's better than 28 will make us grow as long as the rating's above 28. So we'll always keep growing in these other regions simply by existing. But if as long as we and there's like a spillover, so the minimum rating in the other regions is based off this rating, but we can grow these by running shows there. Or because we're on TV in Japan in the graveyard slot, we don't yeah. Um, we grow anyway in those regions without having to run shows there. Because no one would come and watch. We'd get like 10 fans if we tried to run there. So, um, we've got a fair buffer there. The problem is we're not really growing that fast. We've getting 5 months, we've only grown 2 points. Maybe we should just run more shows. Just burn the money and then hope it comes out in the black. You can't hire dead wrestlers, Taylor. Funnily enough, they don't have agents. Um, so um, let's have a. So what we could do is make the big jump from battle lines being monthly to weekly,
Mm,
and then we would be running 5 shows a month instead of two. Yeah, let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? We go broke. But I'll just inject some money into the company if that happens.
I thought you were gonna say some, gotta inject some poison.
No, no, we already decided we weren't going to hire that wrestler. Um, uh, yeah, I think there are some random events that will kill wrestlers in the game, Taylor. Yeah, it's just like real life. Um,
Are they I was gonna say, are they funny or are they dark? Because it could go either way.
yeah, I think there's some random ones that are like pretty dark. Yeah.
It's like drug
Right. Yeah.
addiction gone wrong. I was thinking, what if a wrestler doesn't realize a casket match is just a gimmick and they don't get out and
Mm.
they fucking die?
Actually gets buried in the ground. Yeah. No, sorry, Taylor. I only hire wrestlers with living knees.
Yeah, did they never follow up on the time that Rey Mysterio was thrown off a building?
Well, I mean,
Did
Big
they
Show
just
fell
like
off a building and he's fine, isn't he? Or was it?
Yeah, he got kind of pushed off the building and then had a match like 10 minutes later. They should call Naito versus Muta the Dust Bowl
Yeah.
because that's what their knees are going to be after the match. Did you see the picture of Naito's knees recently?
Yeah, I can see why he
I,
wears knee pads.
I forget where I
Not
saw
not
it,
to
but it was
protect his knees, they're just to hide his knees.
yeah, they're legit black and blue. It's scary.
Hmm.
But Ibushi had the same problem as his knees. Ugh, they're like glowing.
Yeah. Yep, we'll sign those two girls. Keep going until our next
And I'm
show.
I'm in a mixed I'm in a mixed feelings about Tenzin because like he is a dad, he's old, and his ankles suck. But I feel like if his
Mm.
ankles didn't suck, he'd still be fantastic.
Mm.
Like
Just
Kojima, right?
yeah,
You're not
yeah.
you're not great physically, but you still know how to lead a match. You still know how to perform.
Mm. I just had a horrible realization that the champ, because she works for the other company, is probably not going to be available for half of these Monday shows. That's all right. We'll be fine.
Reaper Dante.
Yeah, some of these names are great.
Reaper Dante? Someone did something in the bathroom. I told you to stop calling me Reaper Dante. Oh, Naito getting out. Oh, Naito standing up from a chair. Oh, oh, oh,
Yeah, that's why he drives the van, Taylor. It's like because he can just swing his legs out and get down. He doesn't actually have to like stand up to get out. It
oh.
just slides in and out. So the higher
But
ride height suits him.
if he's driving, he can tell everyone else to get it. Come on, guys, I'm driving. Come on, get out and get that.
Okay. All right, it's
What are
showtime.
you all
Let's get
excited
this match
for?
go.
What are you all excited for, silly?
In Kawasaki tonight. Oh, might be a bigger venue. All right, we're on
I
to
wonder if
the.
I wonder if T10 and Bushi steal Naito's hat and go ha 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 ha.
Oh no, what's happened? Video game tournament. Nice. Good morale in the locker room. Let's. Something I want to try is I want to look at my roster for this show, and in theory, product we run, which is apparently called Lucharesu, so it's like Dragon Gate sort of product, highly theatrical. Oh, but with sports entertainment added to it. Um, in theory, we're supposed to run a comedy match on every show, but I sort of turned off the requirement for that. But I think I might try and yeah, you're supposed to have one spot
Up,
fest and one comedy match per
up.
show, and I turned that off. But we I should probably try and book some. I've never really tried to do this before, so we need to figure out who our comedy wrestlers on the roster are. I think is in the skills screen. So she can't do comedy. Can I see that on here? Skills? There, right. She can't do comedy. She can't do comedy. Oh, she's comedy. Okay.
Noted comedy match performer.
I think. Yeah. She's no. Don't really know. Not her. She's a comedy match worker. So, Cameo and Arawara.
Can't play badass. Oh, jeez. Is that how they hired half the AEW roster? Hi, oh.
Yeah. A marketing dream. Modeling experience. Outside interests. Um, yeah, we won't throw her into
Can't play
comedy straight away.
legitimate.
She's not a comedy wrestler. Creative risk taker.
Considered unimportant by fans.
She's not really suited to comedy. Plays gimmicky or cartoonish well. Hmm. The champ's a good comedy wrestler, so maybe we could throw her in some. When she loses the belt, we'd probably turn her into a comedy wrestler.
Oh,
Um,
have her feud with Orange Cassidy.
yeah. We're back to the mid card. Have a feud with the young girls doing comedy matches. Um, oh, so she's a comedy wrestler. Okay. So we're her. It's her. Was she a comedy wrestler? No. Got a few there. So let's just try booking a comedy match on the undercard. Actually, you know what? If it's a comedy match, in true Tokyo Joshi style, the comedy match will be a triple threat because that's usually how they book them. She was a comedy wrestler. She was the comedy wrestler. Aim of this match, comedy. And they're gonna. Oh no, they can't do both. It's one or the other. Okay, comedy it is. Let's hope that works out. We're also supposed to put a match on every show which has high spots in it. So, um, who can wrestle those sort of matches? Who was the risk taker? Uh, she's a high flyer, is she? Flashy and aerial. Who else has those? Hmm. We're gonna do a big high spot match here when none of these wrestlers want to do high spots. How do we not have high flyers in this company? Alright, someone go out there and get me some spot monkeys. Come on. Yeah, the high spots match might have to wait till another show. We get some different talent. Let's try and create some tag teams again. Oops, the girls already booked off the card. So before we do that, we need to book what we're doing with our champs. So if they were going to challenge, so thanks, Getson. I was just about to get cool story, bro. So that's bot in the chat.
I was like, how do I get rid of this?
Now, who are we going to put in this tag match? Let's put. Oh, here's an idea. We'll put challenger for the mid card title. Now, the challenger for the mid card title was going to be cosplay girl, wasn't it? Yeah. Put,
Fucking storm over here.
let's put her in there. So that previews two matches that are coming up on the big show. Let's give them a bit of time. Now, the tricky part. In theory, she should eat the pin, but she's going for a title match. And so are they. Am I booking myself into a corner here? I probably am. Let's change that. Just put some jobbers in there. They're like a serious team, and she's like super serious, so she can go in that team.
Oh, I found
Uh,
an emote for Taylor.
yeah, yeah, should have come. Sorry, challengers, you're losing this one. Yeah.
I just had this stupidest picture where it's like the person who works the desk at Taylor's is like, "Hello, who is this?" Oh, Taylor's not feeling too well. He's gonna stay out today.
Damn, those three almost look like they'd be a faction, don't they? I might be able to make that happen.
Her
Looks like.
fists are still messing with me. I think it's the highest cleavage line you'll ever see on a woman.
Oh, this one? Yeah. It's a
No,
weird.
no,
No.
the blonde one. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's Knuckles, right? She's putting her kind of fist together really high up on the chest.
I've never really paid enough attention to that picture to figure out what it is. It's always just, yeah, that looks weird. I didn't put any notes
Damn,
on that
lady, you
match.
got the highest cleavage line I've ever seen. It goes all the way up to your neck. No, it's definitely your hands.
So the challenger will get a win. She's just there to make up the numbers in that match for now. So that makes sense. The champ. What is the champ doing? Is the champ here? Is the next question.
Fuck.
Oh, she turned up today. That's good. Uh,
How do I get a job as a stock photo model? Well, you're probably going to need a series of different hats and headbands and shirts. And that would be amazing, though, if Taylor could create a roster of 40, 50 people and it's just him. Different angle, different haircut, a little bit of lipstick on him. Boom, different person.
let's check this out. So she's the challenger, so she should probably win. And the old girl's retiring. She can eat the pin. Job her out before she goes. But
I thought when you were retiring from a company, you were supposed to beat everyone in the company first.
gonna keep the champ looking strong.
You know, the Undertaker rule.
That's gonna be the main event. That's gonna be the second from the top. Company match is gonna sort of open. See, probably one more match. What's left? Sign more wrestlers now. I'm gonna put more matches on the card. Two, three, four, five. That's an awkward number. Someone's not on this show. Anyway, let's just. Oh, I could just run a five-way. That's awkward. Triple threat in the singles it is. Oh, yeah, that would help. One of the new girls, the other new girl. Man, he's like a one-man village, people. Yeah,
Is
we'll put
not
them.
fatigued at all. Yeah, that sounds like a bit
We'll put them in there with the veteran girl, and she can go over. Well, we
perfect.
actually, this girl was the good one, wasn't she? The one at $60 a night. We better let her win. She must have something going for her. Pretty sure that just leaves two to get on the card.
$60 a match, dude. What do you think? We're loaded? We're just made of money here?
What we can do is we can search for different types of 1v1 matches if we want to do something random.
Is that is that the offer
Oh,
that Jay White got at
oh,
WWE? And
coal miner's glove.
oh, oh shit!
No, we're not going to run the coal miner's glove match. We'll just do a normal one. Um, Save the gimmick matches for down the track. I have no idea what these two girls are going to do. It's probably the opener. Uh, in true young girl style, they'll wrestle to a draw. Actually, no. She should really be winning. She's the better of the two. Okay, now that's some angles. 112 minutes, and we're at 101. Oops. We need to cut some length off these matches. We went a little overboard.
We need to cut the women's match. Like,
Wait. Which one?
Vince is like, all of them.
Right, so we can still fit 15 minutes of promos in, which is about what we want. So Yuki Moore can cut promos. We didn't get her to do one last time. Let's see how she goes. We're going to go off script and see if she's any good. She can cut that after she wins her match. What's Musical doing this show? She's in a...
Some of your ankles might be a bit obtuse.
This is six-man generic. That's what I want. Taylor really saves his best material for Twitch chat, doesn't he?
Yeah, as he's talking with us in the voice chat, he goes, hold on, I gotta write this down for future use. Comedy match. Fuck. Who is the guy that was doing the spreadsheet PowerPoint presentations in WWE?
Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak. He should have more like way more like stupid jokes like that.
Yeah, well, there's a guy that does that gimmick in DDT as well.
Oh my
So I swear is
god.
where Drew Gulak probably got it from.
Because I'm the acutest member of this match. Like, oh, shut up.
Right, we're at 112 minutes. We're at 87% matches, so we're close enough. Everyone's
Taylor
on the
just corrects his
card.
own spelling mistake.
Okay, let's have a look here. And we've got... Okay, it should be a fun little house show. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it was a match. Kichi Mochizuki really needs to improve. Anyway. Okay. Oh, she can improvise well. She doesn't need a script. For someone that was in the top 5 talkers in the company, I would have hoped for a better rating, though. So, remember, she's not as good as I
34.
thought
Oh
she
my god.
was. Oh, here we go. Both the new girls got very good ratings for their gimmicks. Onryo is actually quite a good wrestler, so that's a good sign. So I'll probably put the right one over. And the new girl, because she was the one that was fresh out of the dojo and had like no skills. So,
Mm-hmm.
but 28 means she's already better than some of the other wrestlers in the company. So she was actually a good pickup because she had. I think when they're at this level, the actual. I'll show you when we're through this. What? Yeah. Here we are. So, Arawara defeated Cameo. This is the comedy match. No comments on the fact it was a comedy match. Okay. Check all of the details.
That's not the dirt sheets, because that's all actual things that relate to wrestling. I thought dirt sheets was all
Huh.
like
I forgot to actually
dumb
put all.
shit that had
I forgot to
nothing.
actually, I forgot to actually put in who was meant to win the match, and they just the raid agent just picks it for you. It didn't really matter with that one. None of them are getting pushed anyway. So, ah, dear, I should have used a script. The other two were good though. It's just Spider Asako let us down.
Give me what I want.
Yeah.
Give me what I
What?
want. Takes 5 minutes. He's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remembered what I wanted.
Yeah. well, thing is though, she should improve because she's in there with two better promos than her. So hopefully she
Hmm.
improves. Yeah. So she level match 43. Take that.
That's
Isaac
pretty
Khan,
good.
51 rating. She's the best worker in the company at this point, which is why she has to win the belt eventually. He has 26. Yeah. Oh, well, she's only going to get a title shot this month and lose anyway, but it'll build her up. This other tag team's really good, but they're still young girls, so I can't give them the titles. And I'd love to put the titles on them and give them a run with the belt because they're a good team, but they've got to get build enough respect that they graduate, and you only get respect from working matches. So yeah. Karen Kobash must struggle when going off script. Oh well, should have given him a script. Still a good rating for a segment though, 42. It's good for us.
Now, is that because the last matches are kind of building this up?
A little bit, but also the couple of those girls are good on that in that segment were good promos. It made up for the problem. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Now, here's the issue with this match. It was 18 minutes and they couldn't put a story together for 18 minutes. There wasn't
Oh
one
no.
worker in there that was good enough with the psychology and everything to do an 18-minute match. So we'll have to work on that. You see, they're all only mid sort of ratings. Yeah. So no, probably needed a better worker in there with them to make that match work. It's my bad booking mistake. Good main event. All good workers. Yeah. Good wrestling. Only decent reaction. Yeah, that's not too bad. 42 is a pretty good rating for us at the moment, so we'll take that. I'm going to start thinking about some factions. Need to form some up. Because if I start forming them up, it becomes easier to book the shows because I know who I'm putting with who every time. Um, 0.01 rating. Actually lost viewers. That's not good.
Oh no.
Uh, independent wrestling from Adelaide. The 3 a.m. boys. What a name for a tag team. Okay. Let's get back to how much money are we losing at the moment on every show? Yeah, we're 15,000 in the hole this month already. That's okay. We're gonna
Oh
grow fast enough.
god.
We're gonna grow fast enough. It doesn't matter. So let's have a look at building some stables. We need some stables.
I always find starting with the big bad usually helps.
Yeah, I was thinking that trio we had that looked like a team on that last show. And so I've got actually half an idea there. We just need to come up with a name for them. Infamous. Hellbound. Oh, there's a totally original name for a stable.
Everything is evil.
I'm only looking at these ones because they've got logos that we can steal. Some Neo guys seem to have some sort of New World Order thing going on here. It's like the NWO and Bullet Club meet. They have Prime and X.
Oh, don't
Like,
say that because that'll create the single most uh creative faction ever.
if I can actually call a stable Neo, that'll do for a name. For now,
Oh
just because I like, because the logo looks evil. So if that grouping was her, 'cause she's the good worker, she'd be the leader. She took that tag team under her wing. She would be the heir. In fact, So she's like the dragon. She'll, in the long term, I'm thinking eventually these two would come to blows because she's got the big marketable star of the future for us, and this, yeah, that could be a storyline down the road somewhere. You're a lackey. God damn it. There's always a way around these problems. Um, we could start with that. Those three can work together regularly, and that'll get the stable thing kick-started for us. Actually, oh no, I won't do that. I was going to put the three comedy wrestlers in a stable, but then they're probably going to just be wrestling each other for a while, so that probably doesn't work. So let's not do that. Yeah.
This Skillet Club is all fun and games until you find out they're cast iron, and then you don't want to fuck with any of them. That'd be kind of cool though, like a food based faction, and all the gimmicks are all food based. Oh no, he's got a mortar and pestle. Ah! Instead of like hitting him with a cherry, it's him with a cutting board. Oh, that's a terrible joke. I love it.
Oh, Taylor.
We have the skills to make this walk. We will toss our opponents around.
There's a way to actually remove the bots. Forgot to open up the yes, hello to all the bots in the chat. We see you. Uh Fucking
I thought you were talking
shows are
about
taking
these.
forever.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about these bots, the CPU shows. Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's a big it's like the dude just invented this whole game world, like the universe inside the game is huge. Um I kinda like playing with the fake world more than with real wrestlers because I think when you play with a like a mod, like a real world mod, you sort of have your own pre-existing prejudices for and against certain wrestlers and your own like preconceptions of what they can do and where their potential and stuff, and
Yeah,
yours
if
may not
you if
match up with the guy that made the mod, and you may just get angry that you can't do what you want with your
oh, I
real
see what
life
you mean. Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. So with this, you have to learn about all these wrestlers as you use them, and it's like adds to the gameplay rather than just being a sandbox to fantasy book real life. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Rightio, we've made it to the show. Let's have a look. Very quickly at our creative. We have no franchise players. These are the next big things that the game thinks we should be pushing. Interesting.
Man, Ashley Keith looks like someone, but I can't place the face right now.
Yeah, so in the game, in the story, I'll show you the world and you'll hot prospects, yeah, ones we thought. She's our best promo. She's not too bad, but she didn't cut as good a promo as I expected on that last show. She's on the list, but she doesn't speak Japanese, Ashley Keith, so let's not really count her. These two cut good promos, though. We can use them a bit more. So those are our, in theory, best wrestlers. And these are the ring generals, so we should probably try and make sure we have one of these girls in as many matches as we can so that the matches don't suck. Kind of helps. Yeah, they're all getting pushes, so that makes sense. And okay. This is a problem given she's got a title match coming up and she has no momentum. Yeah,
Oh
that's because the
no.
booker doesn't know what he's doing. And these are the other wrestlers available that we could hire. So, hmm. So, like I was saying before, that new girl we hired actually had a half decent match because when you look at the skills, the ones in this primary skills box are the ones where that seem to most determine how good your matches are when you start. And as long as you've got at least one of these first five is a decent scorer, you can generally put on at least some sort of good match. And because she's technical and she's a high flyer and they're both really good, she'll always be able to have a decent match, even if these skills look terrible and she has no experience.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm not sort of surprised that she had a good match. It's to be expected. Whereas some of these other girls just have, like this one, her best skill here is like 44, so that's why her matches tend to suck at the moment. If she was to get more popular, her ratings would probably improve, and she'll get better over time as the skills improve, but that's a long way off at the moment, for her. Now let's get to the show. Battle Lines. This is another TV setup. Wish it could just default to that. It doesn't seem to do that, which is kind of annoying. Nothing special happening. No one's absent today. No, that's good. Rightio. So, we need to book the champ in the main event, as always. Do we want to book her in, though, is the question. Just run her in a tag team match, or do we... I know what I want to do. I'll put them on the opposite team from her. Where's that challenger? There she is. Run a faction, so they can't wrestle with her. They're going to be in the different match to set up a to preview the title match. So, there's enough good workers in that match. I could just randomly throw someone in there to eat the pin. But who? He'd probably hang. Hmm. You can go in there. You can help cut a promo. Now, Challenger get the victory. And one of these girls eat the pin. Let's keep the champ looking good, even though she's on the losing team. She's losing more tag matches than Okada, this girl at the moment.
He's becoming worse than Naito when it comes to fantasy points.
He always was, because he always loses his preview matches. See, they always team him up with like Yano and lately, since Chaos is sort of with Hontai now, he's almost booking. They're almost
Wasn't he with Shooter one of the last
yeah,
shows?
yeah, but Shooter and Yano on the other night and last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I went to bed before the end last night and I didn't make it to the end. Um, Now, so I need to put someone in this match that can. They need to carry the ring work. Takami will carry the match. Shall put the new girl just for a laugh. I'll put the two new girls in there. I love the idea of putting the demon girl in there with the with the cosplay girl, just for like the odd couple vibe. So you see now that the faction name goes in there instead of the wrestlers' names because we put them in a official
Yeah.
group now. Yeah. Uh, this girl needs some momentum because she has none before her title match. She's the new girl, so she can. Oh, they're on the same team. That won't work. Sorry, Spidey, you're losing again. You seem to lose an awful lot, but you're lucky, so it doesn't hurt you. And then tag team matches. So it's the champs, it's the challengers, some other girls around them.
Yeah, Sonata is the weirdest person right
Yeah,
now because it's like a lot of people are claiming for him, like they want him to be higher on the card and push those challenges, and then other people are like, "Fucking fuck off, Sonata."
I did see the alternate take suggested that if they want people to take Shooter seriously in a match with Naito, then he should be able to beat Sonata. And that actually made a lot of sense to me. And I was like, yeah, you're
Yeah,
probably right. He probably does need to be able to win that.
he should at least be able to beat my like, I guess second in command. I know they don't really
Exactly.
have a.
Yeah. Right. So that's our three previews for the title matches on the next show. Who we got left to put in? Oh, only four left. Well, I guess that's a tag team match. Player.
This is slowly going to turn into a cooking booking show. Oh my god, that'd be. I know that's the stupidest idea, but if we could change all the wrestlers to like white rice, vegetables, broccoli. Oh, we have the beef and broccoli teaming well tonight against beans and rice. Cooking and booking. I watched that new show. I don't know if it's new on Netflix. I think it's just called Cooking or Cooked or It's like 3 episodes, but they're an hour long. I'm getting into these kind of shows.
Anyway, so this girl's gonna win her match, and she's gonna cut another promo after she wins. We'll get this girl over one way or another. She's gonna beat 3 veterans in a tag match. She can cut a promo. Uh, okay. Now for the risky promo of the night.
Yeah, that was the one show I never really got into is the British Bake Off. I like how it's not everyone's so nice to each other. It's definitely not an American show where they would fucking tear each other apart. I got more into the like I don't know if you call them food culture shows. Like there's one like High Off the Hog, and it's all about like African American history cooking. So it's like through the ages, these are all the different things. I get more into that kind of where it has the history and like the Taco Chronicles. Ooh, come dine with me. Let's.
Oh, that show. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, never really went for that. So the
Well,
neutral
nothing will
will
ever beat the
announce their formation and
what's
then
his name?
promptly lose their first official match as a trio. That's
Oh,
how you book. Um, we're at
look at this.
83%. We're 89 minutes. Do I want to put any more
Come
promos into this
dine with
show?
me, Australia.
I think I meant to ask, does dog wife object to being called dog wife? I've never. Who are other promo people? There was 4 good promo people, wasn't there?
Dine with me, Australia. All I can hear is Sharon. You ate the last. I didn't know. She doesn't love dog
Oh, she
white.
carries that one, so that's all good. Doesn't love it. Okay.
Happy dog wife, happy dog life.
All right. Let's run this show and hope for the best. Oh,
Listen here,
well.
77344337229. I got a lot to tell you.
Well, this show's off to a great start. One of the old girls cracks a tailbone. The other one
Oh
is
no.
not in it for this is not doing well. Still pulled a 38, which is surprisingly good. The worst wrestler in the match won because I'm trying to build her up. Yeah, that's better. That's a better promo this week. 44. That's what we want.
Okay, give me a sec. I'll be back in just a
Yeah, you're right. Da, da, da. That's interesting. She's improved up to a 21 rating, so she's getting better. Sahara again, just killing it. I have to push her. She's really good. Too bad. Gave them a script. Did I forget to give them a script? God damn it. We're gonna watch each other's backs as they lose this match. Iha, Onryo, Chica Carabo, Neo. Okay, and the main event doesn't go too bad. Only a 41. I was hoping for better. Samura 450 rating. I'm a 49. How did we not get a better overall? Uh, the two young girls really dragged that match down. Anyway. Oh, only improved our popularity in 7 regions, not 8. Ah, last time those two will be main eventing for a while. Oh, it was a botch. Cool. That'll create some tension in the locker room. She will work through the pain and not miss any dates. No, she won't. Whenever they try to work through the injuries, they always suck. Mm, where's the calendar? What's in here? Not availability yet.
Fatal tailbone crack. Oh,
So the champ's
I
gonna miss
cracked
the
my
next show. Okay, that's okay though.
I bloody cracked my tail snowboarding. That's not fun.
It seems the champ misses about 1 show a month, which is she's missing 2 next month. Okay, that's all right. Just give someone else a chance to shine. The last show was a little disappointing. We only grew in 7 out of 8 regions, so that's a bit meh. So I'm guessing we didn't exceed our local rating by enough. We're only 41 against 28. It might not have been enough to grow us. So yeah, it kind of sucked. Anyway, the big show is the next show, so we will.
Griffin. This guy looks like the fucking memes.
The Chad meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Um, Swedish. Yeah, he looks Swedish. Look at the neck on him though.
Herdigervaderver. Sitting on the turlet. Oh, dude, it was like try. I had to teach people how to snowboard while having an injury from snowboarding. The mothers were not very fond of that. Every time I'd sit down, stand up, I'd make those old men like, oh, okay, I'm standing now. Yeah.
sorry about that.
Mhm.
Just had things flashing at me on the screen, and I just had to step away for a sec to check it all out. Well,
Oh god.
the game takes forever to process through 4 days anyway. So,
Mhm.
okay, we are back, and it's the day of the big show. Let's get it happening. Question is, do we want any of the titles to change hands? Don't think so. I don't think any of these girls are ready to change yet. Hmm. Uh-oh. Not you
That's not a
again.
bad idea. We could actually do that.
Now, well, let's put the title matches in and we'll work the rest around that. So, Tsune Samura versus Ashley Keith. So, she'll retain. We will go for the slow build. We'll try and do the big psychology match for the title. Forced epic. Although, silly.
Can you tell them how long to ignore it?
What's
Oh.
that?
Just because it's a forced epic, so you could say you can just ignore the first 25 minutes
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. When Samura throws her rose around, that's when you start watching. That will
When,
have
when the pants
the
come off.
Universal title on the line. And next matchup.
Hugman's Bean Emporium. Come down to Dogman's Bean Emporium for all your bean needs. We have 103 different types of beans. And then the rest of the commercials just Dogman reading the fucking Wikipedia page for the beans, name of beans. Bento, pimento. Like, I don't know, not good at beans. Black beans, white beans.
Champ will retain there. Tag champs. What do I do? There's the wrong button there. Koko Ichiban. It's the finishers. Tag titles on the line. Miyoshi will get the win. I guess I reckon I need to pin. Right, let's look who's left. Just randomly put people in tag teams. My favorite approach. Let's put the regular tag team in there just to help. Hmm. Who wins out of this slot? She can get the win. She'll make the pin. Oh no. Oh, she's still a young lion. She can't win then. I keep forgetting who's young lions and who's not. Sorry. She's winning. That's better. Kept everyone happy. How many I got left here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 8. That worked out well. One tag team left, regular one. Actually, no, let's put them together. Those two together. I don't think they've wrestled together yet. Yeah, that's okay. So annoying when they say, oh, they're available to work, and they get the shits if you don't book them, but they don't wrestle any good because they're injured. So we have to put her on limited involvement to keep her out of the match. Be careful here. Koso and Kawashima are the 12 want to push, but they're young lions, so they can't win. She can win. You're going to eat the pin. Right, so that's 89 minutes just of wrestling. So badly need some promos. So this pair from that other match. So she's our gun, not you, not the referee. You're our gun promo. I think we team with her. Need to have a script. Gotta keep remembering to give her a script because she's terrible without one. Kind of before their match because they're not in the other one. Who was she teaming with in her match? Oh, the other young girl. Okay. Test out the new girl's mic skills. Put her in with a good promo. Who am I looking for here? Gone blank. That's the girl I'm looking for. Chica, she is. Let's test her out without a script, and if it all goes wrong, we'll fix it next time. Should run an interview instead this time. Interview the cosplay girl about her title match. It won't suck. Oh, that's the other one I need to put in a promo, isn't it? This one. Some sort of show opening promo? No.
Oh, you need a good 20-minute promo by whoever the heels are.
Yeah, they literally call it modern TV opening. It's
Oh
basically the
God.
Triple H reign of terror where he just comes out and talks for the first half an hour of every show. But
Oh God.
it sets up a match for later. See you, Taylor. Thanks for dropping by. There's some promo, I'm sure, where you can like just come out and cut a promo to like open the show. Anyway, we can just freestyle it.
Mhm.
Because she's popular. Oh, and she's a good talker. Just have a go out at the start and just hype the crowd. Fighting skills, microbat skills. That gets us to pretty much as long as we can go. Almost dead on the 80% matches. Just check I booked everything right. Sine to win. Takami to win. Yoshi to win. Is that only 12? Oh, it's only 10 minutes. It needed to be longer. Now we're too long, so cut. That's got to be 10 minutes. Okay. Cut the promos back. When you think about it, 5 minutes is a hellaciously long promo. It would drive anyone
Oh
insane.
god.
Okay.
You put it
Yeah.
like right at the beginning of the show, that could be the worst. There's nothing more I hate being a wrestling fan than like turning on a show and seeing the first thing is someone in a ring by themselves in a suit. And go, no.
So, opening of the show. Didn't I rename that angle Supreme Yoshida welcomes everyone to the show? Must have saved it. Anyway. It's only 36 this time. Wasn't so good. So, Chikakaro cannot improvise at all. Remember, she has to have a script in future. That's no good. Uh, See, this is the problem. She's slowed down by injury. You limit her involvement, but the match just sucks as a result. She only got
Mm.
14 rating. What otherwise wouldn't have been too bad a match. Anyway, that's a better promo this time because Spider Osaka didn't have to read it, didn't have to improvise. Oof! Everyone's off their game. What's going on? Even the match wasn't that good.
You
Chikakaro
mean
and Yuki
Wednesday
Law
Adams
have
and Storm wasn't a good?
they have absolutely zero chemistry as partners.
Oh
So we
no.
won't be using that pairing again. Oh dear.
Oh god.
That's no good. Tag team match was alright. Oh, that's good. Really good promo. That's good. Really good promo. And then she loses. Just how it's supposed to be.
Oh.
Damn, 51. That's a good rating. This girl can wrestle. That's alright. The whole point's just to feed them all to one after the other. All the promising young ones, so they get the high profile match. They don't have to win it.
Yeah, sometimes you get bogged down by the small details and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
51.
this at a yearly scale.
Mm, that's a good match. 50 rating.
What's up, man?
Yeah. That'll grow us in 7 regions. God damn it.
In 2 or 3 years, this show's gonna be great.
Up to 422 people. The crowd's growing.
Oh my god. That's more than some of the shows in Toronto get. Oh, I forgot there was a company that was like, we got one of the biggest independent wrestling scenes in all of Toronto, and it's like you get like 150 people at the show, dude. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
8,200 viewers. That's not too bad. Cool. Anyway, well, there you go, Geto. That's an idea of how the game works, and what we can do. Um,
Yeah, that's not bad. It's
yeah,
very, very in depth.
yeah, much more in depth than Journey of Wrestling. A lot more to do, which can be a bit of a challenge at times. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically a month from big show to big show.
Oh,
So we
that's
built
not
some
bad at
matches
all.
up when we got there. I'll have to think about what title matches I want to run on the next big show so I can build to it. Although I think show is not on a good day. Next big show is really early in the month, so we actually only have two shows to build to it. What if I can move that later in the month? Yeah, that's better. Put on the week 3. It'll give us 4 shows to build to it for the next one.
I do kind of like
Hmm.
this, where you can really customize when the shows are, and
Yeah, yeah, which is really good. Yeah. And I mean, if the company gets bigger too, you get to the point where, you've got all your wrestlers under contract, and, there's a sort of like the contract wars with the other companies when your talent's contract's getting close to expiring. You can set up a developmental company where so you sign all the wrestlers that appear in the world, new wrestlers that show up, and just put them
Mhm.
all into your developmental and hope it turns them into great workers.
Superstars.
Yeah. You can set up your own company Hall of Fame. We don't have anyone yet, but you can set up your own
You
company Hall
open
of
it up,
Fame.
you induct Andre the Giant, and then you close it.
So yeah, you can start a new company, invest in training facility, uh, make your own broadcaster, purchase by someone's title belt from a dead company.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
And these are all made up ones, right? They're all
Mm-mm-mm. So in this world of the game, actually, it's probably yeah. So let's show the battles. Where's the battles? So in the USA, these are the big companies. So no, that's not quite right. Let's pick a random region of the
Rock God
US.
Alvarez.
Oh, this doesn't quite work. Okay. Companies. So in the previous
Oh,
version of
Rock.
the game, where this fake universe was 4 years younger,
Hmm.
SWF is like the WWE of the world, and TCW is like the WCW type company, and they were the
Hmm.
two big American companies. So you would wrestle what you would. A lot of people would take over one of them and try and, you know, destroy the other one and take over the world. But in this version, what's happened is this upstart one, got bought by a big streaming service. They gave them a heap of money. So they've now grown rapidly to become the biggest wrestling company on the planet. And
Oh wow.
yeah, and signed up all the money because they have all the money now. So they sort of shook things up a bit. So that's sort of and then in Canada, the Canadian company is this one, which is
All
new in this
Canada Pro.
version. So the Canadian one was formed
Oh.
from in the old versions there was two rival ones. There was North of the Border and Canadian Golden Canvas, I think it was called. And they were both like each of them had a kayfabe like a storyline family that ran them, and they were like fierce
Mhm.
rivals. And it was like the Hearts, and I don't know if there was another family like the Hearts in Canada, and they both ran a promotion, and um, they eventually buried the hatchet and joined forces to try and take on keep up with the American companies. So that's that one. That's the big Canadian
That's
one.
fun. I think the
Yeah,
Tunnies were big names in Toronto for a while,
yeah,
but
yeah.
all
So
that old wrestling history has gone away.
yeah, so you see through the game, you see there's heaps of wrestlers named Stone, which are from that Canadian, like the Hart family, but they're the Stones.
Yeah,
And then there's some Decults floating around as well, but lots of Stones. And like
that's
in
funny.
TCW, um, anyway, TCW was there's the old names that were the famous wrestlers. So there was Sam Keith, and the wrestler that I've got is Sam Keith's niece, I think. And then he's got
Mhm.
some sons that wrestle too, I think. And then yeah, and there's some Mexican companies, and there's the Japanese ones. There's about four of them in Japan. There's World Level, which kind of yeah collapsed. It's not as big as it used to be. Burning Hammer, which is pretty big. Um, Black Canvas. Oh, that's right. Sorry, Canadian one was Canadian Golden Combat. Golden
Mhm.
Canvas was a Japanese one, but all the wrestlers quit in true Japanese style and formed Black Canvas, and Black Canvas ended up um, keeping going, and Golden Canvas collapsed. So,
Oh,
um, in storyline, so Black Canvas is fun to play because they're smaller and on the way up. In Japan, Burning Hammers used to be the big Japanese one, but they've sort of shrunk a bit. And I think PGHW is pretty big, so it's kind of weird in Japan because in the game because so many buttons to look at.
so many little buttons. Holy shit.
I know, too many little buttons in Japan. So,
You need like an easy mode of this game where it just like covers up most of them.
mm,
You only need a little bit, though. You don't need to worry about all this.
I didn't realize Exodus had gotten so big. Yeah, Exodus is like a junior heavyweight, it's like Dragon Gate, I
Hmm.
guess. Yeah, and then I think the idea is you're meant to think of Golden Canvas was kind of like it's sort of like New Japan, but not New Japan. And Burning Hammer is kind of like All Japan that or Noah that kind of collapsed. And yeah. Anyway, this is a few different Japanese ones. They're not all big, so it's kind of a challenge to play there to build your company up to take over. There's lots of little American indies as well.
Jay Flair is a name I just saw pop up. Hey, like
Yeah,
Kaz is still working. That's good.
yeah. Oh, J Fair. Yep. Oh, this is actually a fun company because
Oh, Jay.
MAW is fun because it's only small and you only got to run like one show a month or two shows a month, and it's purely you run it as a developmental for one of the bigger companies, and they'll send you free talent, which is cool, and you get your own talents that you're building up, and you just train guys up until they get good enough that someone poaches them off you, which is fine because then it makes room for new guys to come in the bottom, which is always a fun way to
And then I
play.
assume that you get money when they get bought out.
No, you just lose them, but it's
Oh,
fine.
fair.
They just leave. Yeah. There's European. I haven't really looked at the European side, and there's an Australian side, which I haven't really investigated very much recently.
Well, the European side will all be just redacted.
Yeah,
Sex pest,
just
sex pest, sex pest.
raw Australian Revolution Australian wrestling.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they're they're so dominant in Australia that it's hard to overtake them. So that's
Mm-hmm.
APW is like
Mm-hmm.
second best, and they're struggling. Tip Impact is like the hardcore one. That sounds like it should be a porn company. Um, this New Zealand one's so funny. Um, it's their product, their style of their product is called Lucha Fun Zen style. The whole point is it's like, oh, it's a weird gimmicky product. Where's the product? Let's see what that product is. Comic book Lucha Libre. It's it's all about the kayfabe. Um, um,
Also very like Lucha Underground, but a bit more
yeah,
exaggerated.
like in one of the old versions, they had a character who was the mirror universe version of himself. He was a he was a baby face, and he went through the portal, and he came out the other side with a beard as a heel version of himself.
Oh, didn't they? This sounds like a Chikara story.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah,
there one where like
it's very Chikara-like. Yeah, yeah. They
one
did.
guy he was like
Yeah,
the present version fought his like future version, and the future version was a bad guy?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So it's a pretty detailed fake wrestling world in there to play with if you wanted to do that. But you can download
yeah,
a real
you're
world mod and just play the real world instead. Yeah. Um,
I have been interested in some of these non-wrestling mods, like in
mm.
Journey of Wrestling, they have like the Marvel universe,
So you just make a
and you can
wrestling
just
company of. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
well, but to me, it's like a lot of these made up names hold no weight in my brain. So
mm.
even
That's
if
the
you
hard
just say
part.
like
Yeah,
is remembering the names and have them mean something. So
yeah.
it's like, okay, at least if you do Marvel or something, you'd know the
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, that person.
That's always the benefit of playing with the real world mod is you know who people are and you remember them better.
Mhm.
Takes a lot of getting used to learning all the names when you start with a company full of people you've never heard of. It does take some getting used to remembering them all. That's for sure. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that was my problem in Journey of Wrestling. You start a new company, you don't know who anyone is, and you're like, Just let me buy someone who I know who they are."
yeah. I had started a Journey Wrestling game with um, like main event Mafia era TNA, I think, and it's like it's I don't know if it's before or after that storyline, but they're all there, like AJ and Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle and
And
Kevin Nash and Booker
Steiner.
T and yeah, Scott Steiner and Petey Williams and it's that era of TNA and I never watched it then. I don't know who half these guys are. Like
Oh, that's
the ones that were already famous or went on to become famous. I know who all of them are, but a lot of the other guys are just like, yeah, I remember them being on the TNA roster, but I don't know what to do with them. It's like,
yeah, and it's like you don't know how good they are at what because you only know
yeah,
them
and
through
then
memes.
Dixie's like, you've got to turn Road Dogg and some
Oh
random
god.
luchador from Mexico into a tag team and get them over. It's like, oh god damn it, Dixie, what are you doing?
It's like this is why your company's in the state it's in
I'm not
because
pushing
it's
Road Dogg.
bullshit.
God damn it.
Oh, that was the joke because oh no, that was the WCW shoot that he did on Vince Russo. He's like, this is why the company's in the state it's in because of bullshit like this. No one wants to
Yeah.
see Road Dog team with anyone, let alone a fucking luchador.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah, that was weird. So I've had to try and push them to get them over. And it was just like, I hate playing like this. Why can't I just own the company and set my own goals? But I guess that's part of the gameplay is you've got to try and meet their targets. You can play this like that too with where your character is just employed as the booker and the owner will give
Yeah.
you goals to reach and will fire you if you don't reach them. But I always just play as the owner, so I just control everything the way I want. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I always found those goals. A lot of them weren't huge. Like some of them are like, okay, you have to push this person to main event situation, which sucks. But sometimes when they're like, just put them in a team, you're like, yeah, okay, put them in a team. You give them one angle for a month. All right,
Mm.
separate you guys.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I had to put the tag titles on Road Dogg and
Oh,
Road Dogg and Ray Bucanero, I think it was. I had to put the
Ray,
tag
oh, you
titles on him to try and push them, and then I'm hoping that I can get rid of them, like get them over enough that they hit the target
Mhm.
to get the bonus, and then I'll probably job them out to someone. I think Lethal Consequences or someone like that, because they're in that era as well of TNA. Yeah,
Lethal
yeah.
Consequences, wasn't it? Oh, that was Jay
Jay Lethal and
Lethal and Consequence Creed,
Creed.
which is
Yeah, yeah.
Austin.
Austin
Oh my
Creed. There we
god,
go.
what
Yeah,
a fucking time period.
yeah, yeah. That team. Yeah.
And what's funny is I was watching a little bit of TNA with Trashcore, and he's like, "Oh
Mm.
man, yeah, no, like I haven't watched a lot of TNA. It's great we're watching this." And I was like, "Yeah, just so you know, we are going to be bouncing around from match to match, and we're not going to be watching an entire show because the entire shows suck balls."
Yeah, there's a lot of yeah,
There's a lot of bad periods with good matches, and then there's a lot of good shows with bad matches. It's like
yeah.
they never really hit a streak where it's like everything was great. Like maybe little slices here and there, but it would be like, okay, now we're gonna do 20-minute Kevin Nash promo, and you're like, oh, just put the Motor City Machine Guns back in the ring. We don't care about the.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna wind this up, I think, for today. It was a good little test
Sounds
to make sure
good.
the streaming works once we figured out I had to fix my microphone settings. So, yeah, if you're watching back later, apologies you couldn't hear me for the first 20 minutes, but what's these things happen. Yep. All right. I'll catch us all next time. Keep an eye out. Don't forget, jump on the Discord in the link below, join in the fantasy wrestling games, and we'll see you around. Thanks.
See you all around.
Yeah, I've been making a few.